Act 1, Faded Dreams. There's something about the way love feels when it's new. The way it blinds you, makes everything seem more beautiful, more possible. I used to think that's what we were, perfect, untouched by time. But it was all an illusion, wasn't it? A dream I clung to, even when reality started to crack. I'm in love with the idea of you, but ideas fade. You were the dream I never wanted to wake up from. And I thought if I loved you hard enough, we could stay in that perfect moment forever. But dreams don't last. One day, I woke up and everything had faded. Everything except the ache of knowing it was gone. Now, I'm here, standing in the ruins of what we were, wondering how something so beautiful could leave me feeling so lost. It's a special kind of heartbreak, isn't it? The kind where you still feel the warmth of what could have been, even as it slips away. Act 2, Born to Lose. From the very beginning, there was something doomed about us. I could feel it, somewhere deep down, but I ignored it. I wanted to believe that we were different, that love could save us, that it could save you, but we were always headed for disaster. We were born to lose, but I loved losing you. You had this way of turning everything into a slow, beautiful tragedy, like we were two pieces of a puzzle that didn't quite fit, but I kept forcing them together, hoping it would work. And for a while, I believed it. I believed in us. But some things are just meant to fall apart, aren't they? And I think we knew that from the start. There's a part of me that always knew you'd leave, but I held on anyway. Act 3, The Glamour in the Darkness. I used to love the way you carried your pain, like it was a crown, something noble and tragic. I thought if I could love you enough, if I could hold you close enough, I could take it away. But some darknesses are too deep to save someone from. Some people are born to stay in the shadows. I loved the way your sadness shimmered even when it hurt me. I tried to make you see the light, but you couldn't. Maybe you didn't want to. Maybe the sadness was too familiar, too comforting for you to leave behind. And slowly, I realized I couldn't save you. I couldn't pull you out of the darkness, and you wouldn't let me stay in the light. You chose the darkness, and I chose to watch you fade into it. Act 4, Summertime Sorrow. Summer used to be ours, the long warm nights where we felt invincible, where the world seemed to shrink down to just us. But now, when the sun shines, all I feel is the shadow of what we lost. The warmth only reminds me of how cold it feels without you. It's not the summer I miss, it's who I used to be with you. I thought the summers would last forever, that we would always have the stars, the beaches, the nights spent forgetting the rest of the world existed. But even the brightest summers fade, and now all I'm left with is the memory of what could have been. Summer feels like a ghost now, haunting, beautiful, empty. Act 5, Falling Out of Love. Love doesn't leave all at once. It's slow, a quiet unraveling that you don't notice until it's already gone. One day you wake up and the feelings aren't there anymore, but you can't remember exactly when they disappeared. It's a strange kind of grief, knowing that you once felt everything and now you feel nothing. I didn't lose you overnight, but one day you were just gone. I used to think love was supposed to last forever, that if you loved hard enough, you could make it stay. But now I know that love can wither away, even if you're holding on as tight as you can. I didn't want to let go, but love left on its own, without waiting for my permission. And now, when I think of you, I don't feel the ache I used to. It's a different kind of emptiness now. Act 6, endings in disguise. I used to think that losing you was the end of everything, that life couldn't go on without you in it. But endings are strange. Sometimes they feel like the end of the world, but they're really just the start of something else, something unknown. We thought we were forever, but forever doesn't exist, does it? I've spent so long looking back at us, holding on to the memories like they were all I had left. But now I see that losing you wasn't the end of me. It was the end of us, and that's a difference I'm learning to live with. The past is still there, but it doesn't hurt the way it used to. I can breathe now, even though it still feels heavy sometimes. Maybe some endings aren't meant to break you. Maybe they're just meant to free you. Act 7, living in the silence. There's a kind of peace that comes after the storm. After the tears, after the heartbreak, after the chaos, there's just silence. At first, the silence scared me. It felt too empty, too final. But now, I think I'm starting to understand it. The quiet is where I found myself again. I used to think love was everything, that without it, there was nothing left. But I'm learning that life goes on, even after the love fades. You can build something new, out of the ruins, something quieter, something stronger. The memories of us are still there, but they're just whispers now. I don't need them to feel alive anymore. I don't need you to feel whole. I can do that on my own.